Since its beginnings in 1989, RITEK has grown to be the specialty chemical provider of high-performance products used in diverse industries like oil and gas, construction, and coatings. Over the years, RITEK has continued to expand their technical and manufacturing capabilities and is excited to announce the addition of their state-of-the-art powder blending manufacturing facility located in Houston, Texas. RITEK partnered very closely with MIXSYS, a technology partner, to design a system that is accurate, efficient, and most importantly, safe for their operators. The system was engineered and designed based on a dust hazard analysis and guidance from a leading NFPA professional. It is capable of handling highly combustible powders. In the background, you can see a portion of the equipment used for the production process. The equipment directly behind me is a stack-up of the mixer and packaging equipment used to package finished product. What we're going to do now is walk you through the process from the inception of raw materials to the final blending and packaging stage based on the equipment behind me. Once the RITEK Professional Laboratory and Quality Control Group approve a raw material, those raw materials are then brought here to the production floor. Raw materials can be received in several different forms, one being a bulk bag or super sack, and the second being a pallet of either bags, 50-pound bags, 25-pound bags, or even bag and box that can be dispensed into the transloader behind me. The transloader that you see directly behind me fills hermetically sealed totes that are then utilized downstream in the process. The entire stack-up has been certified as Class 2 Div 2, meaning that everything from the hoist to the valves or the solenoids in the system are all capable of handling combustible dust. Once we take these totes and we fill the totes with each raw material, they are given a bar-coded sticker for that specific raw material. These materials will then be used in the next step of the process, which is batching and dosing and blending. The raw materials have now been placed inside the adaptable modular tote systems. Each ingredient has been placed in an individual tote. Each tote has been labeled with a barcode directly related to that raw material. The operator will then use the system behind me to run the batch to the mixer. Each material is placed on the system in a recipe. The system is driven by a PLC or a programmable logic controller. What you see behind me is called an HMI, which is simply a human-machine interface, a control panel for operator use. The operator will take this handheld scanner and will move toward the tote, and then they will scan the barcode on the tote. This then tells the system that raw material is to be placed in position A or B or C or D within the production area. The entire system is based on a loss in weight concept. Each of these totes has been measured for the weight of material that is within it. Each smart ingredient station is on load cells. So now, RITEK has the ability to accurately dose the ingredients into the convey line up to the mixer. They will drop down from the tote into a screw conveyor that will dose the ingredient into a tubular chain conveyor. This entire system is enclosed, again, to mitigate dust hazard. The entire system is a tube all the way up to the mixer. The mixer is enclosed all the way down to the packaging line. The entire line is designed, again, for safety, dust mitigation, and accuracy, and is highly efficient. The major raw material ingredients have been placed in the totes, and each of the totes has been placed on the smart ingredient stands. These materials are then discharged into the convey system via loss in weight. Loss in weight is measured by load cells that are on each of the smart ingredient stations. There are 4 load cells per station. Each station is also equipped with a stack light. The stack light notifies the operators if a raw material is low or needs to be replaced, meaning the tote has reached a point where there's only a minor amount of material left in the tote. Operators can then in process, grab another tote that was previously filled and place it in the stand. This allows for increased efficiency, which translates to better economics for RITEKs and for our key customers. Here at RITEK, we understand the importance of accuracy and efficiency when blending your products. Anything from our own internal recipes to our key toll blending customers. We have the ability to add specialty materials in smaller doses via the hand add station that you see in front of me. This allows us to meet even the most demanding recipes or formulations for all of our customers. Accurate dosing of raw materials is just the first step in any powder blending process. Key to the process is now the actual mixing of all the raw materials. The raw materials have now been dosed and conveyed from the totes into the mixer. The state-of-the-art mixer at the top of the equipment stack up behind me is equipped with plowshare-based mixing tools. The mixing vessel is cylindrical as opposed to a U-shaped trough as many ribbon blenders tend to be. This allows for highly efficient and fast dispersion of product. Particle dispersion is critical to getting a homogeneous blend of materials for any powder blending process. Once the materials are in the mixer, the plow heads create a three-dimensional vortex that throws the product into the air, but because of the basis of the cylindrical vessel, the product is automatically entrained back into the mixing dynamic. Once the mix spends about 2 to 5 minutes maximum in the mixing chamber, it is ready to be discharged to the packaging hopper below via a bomb bay door. We will also provide you a separate video that will allow you to actually have a better look at the dynamics inside the mixer when it's in operation. The mixer is also equipped with an automated sample port. An operator can physically take a sample in process at any point in time during a mixing batch by merely pressing a button and having a container available to capture the sample. This sample can then be presented to quality assurance or quality control for evaluation. Now that the powder blend has been discharged from the mixer, it is now in a surge hopper that is directly above our packaging operation. Directly behind me are 2 auger fillers. The auger fillers are capable of filling bags of various sizes, and we're set up to package out in 50-pound bags. We also offer the option via a screw conveyor out of the mixer that will allow us to fill bulk bags up to 2,000 pounds. Once the bags are filled, they are dropped onto a mechanical conveyor, and then they go through a bag flattener. The bag flattener conditions the bag so it's readied for printing of lot numbers and other information that we can customize for our toll packing or our internal usage. Lot traceability is very important here at RITEK, and we take it very seriously. During the introduction, we talked about the importance of safety here at RITEK. Our system has the ability to handle combustible materials with a KST up to 250. Paramount, or center to that process, is the dust collector behind me. The dust collection system not only helps us mitigate nuisance dust, it also helps us prevent any potential incidents or combustible reactions from taking place and impacting both our operators and the equipment. 2 pieces of equipment here within the dust collector that help us prevent that are the isolation or non-return valve, which prevents a pressure wave and or flammability from traveling back into the facility. At the point of the actual dust collector itself, there is a suppression canister or cannon that injects a chemical suppressant agent in a millisecond or a nanosecond into the dust collector to prevent, again, a pressure wave or a flammable occurrence from happening within the dust collector. In addition to our ability to pack out product in 50-pound bags or bags of other sizes, we also offer a fully automated process that allows us to pack out product into 2,000-pound bulk bags. The process is very simple. We have an automated pallet dispenser over my shoulder to the right that will dispense 1 pallet that will be conveyed to a position below the bulk bag filler directly behind me. This is done via a series of optical sensors and conveyors. Once the bag is in place, the screw conveyor is started and material is conveyed from the discharge hopper to the bulk bag until the bulk bag achieves the target weight, which the operator sets and is typically at 2,000 pounds. Once the bag and the weight is achieved, the system will drop down. The bag is then disconnected from the bag hanging device and is then conveyed over where it can be offloaded via forklift and placed in the plant and then shrink wrapped.